Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and others of great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't this lesson be edifying to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who consist of the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? Yahawah is the Heavenly Father, who they ignorantly call God, and Yahawashi is the only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus, okay? It's a fellow servant Yahawah from the GMS Orlando camp, and I pray that this lesson be edifying, okay? Real quick, this is an in transit, all right? If brothers catch one of this, if you could, Bakwashah, post precepts in the comment section, you know, if the spirit prompts you to, okay? But let me turn this AC down some, okay? But you know, just waking up this morning and on the way to work was just thinking about how, you know, this whole family of Yasharallah, okay, the whole family of Yasharallah, okay, the whole body, okay, I'm talking about, you know, not just the elect, you know, the 2/3 too, just the whole family as a whole, okay, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, okay. Our household, okay, our household problems is on display, okay. It seems like it is a family shit show right now, you know. It's a family shit show, and the nations, you know, are seeing it, okay. The nations have been seeing it, you know. All these different nations, Moab, you know, Edom, you know, the Chinese, the Japanese, you know, the Arabs, East Indian, you know, and so much more. Everybody's been looking at this family pretty much being destroyed, okay? Pretty much, you know, being a family without, you know, any loyalty towards one another, okay? A family without its father, okay? Pretty much, that's all right now. You know, of course, the father is stepping back into the picture, okay? But for a moment, the father, you know, left the household, and you know what happens when the father leaves the household, man. You know, all chaos is bound to happen. No structure, no order, okay? And the other nations are just looking at that, man, and they're laughing at us, okay? They're watching this family shit show. It's like an episode for them, man. It seems to be a never-ending episode, you know, pretty much our life on display in front of them, okay? The way we treat each other, the way we act, all right? And I'm just talking about Israel as a whole over the years, okay? Over the last, you know, 100 years, 50 years, 60, whatever, okay? You know, our life has, you know, our family has been a fucking soap opera for them, okay? A fucking show, all right? And just to give you a couple of scriptures, gather yourself together, O nation not desired, okay? The Lord said, though you be small amongst the heathens, okay? What else? You also got you know, the scriptures talk about them come, let us cut them off from being a people. Roughly paraphrasing, if a brother could put those down in the chat. All right. So, you know, our whole family history is on display, man. Okay. And they've seen how, you know, how we look when we have a father in the household, when the Lord is with us, and they also know when the father is outside of the household. Okay. They know what it looks like, you know, for us to be destroyed, okay? And they see it now. But, like as in every family, you know, whether that be you brothers in your immediate family, you always get those ones that, you know, pretty much arose out of the concrete. You know, a beautiful rose out of the concrete. And they, you know, it was a saying, you know, in the world, I'm gonna cut the curses off. Now, Jay don't really know what they talking about, but when you come into this ministry, when you come into this truth, you understand that, you know, when Jay ultimately saying, we're going to cut the curses out, you know, that's them saying we're going to choose a different way. We're going to choose the right way, the opposite way, you know, you might have a family where, well, you know, the parents were narcissistic, okay, and the children grow up, you know, and they want to break that cycle, okay. Well, that's the word for it, breaking the cycle, okay. That's the elect. The elect are breaking the cycle of a bad home, okay. While the 2/3 want to play in bullshit and flirt around, you know, and still be demonic, you know, just like some of the people in our immediate families, talking to you brothers in the truth. Hey, the elect has gotten that attitude that we're gonna stop this shit right here, okay. Anything going wrong in his family, you know, we willing to go against it and not give a fuck if we lose the rest of the family, the love of the family, okay. Because ultimately the father is coming back in the household to restore structure and order, okay. And trust me, that when the father left for a long time and he come back and he got to put his foot down, that shit don't feel good to a lot of Jake, okay. That's why you're gonna have something gonna gotta be destroyed, okay. They gotta be destroyed because they're not gonna be willing to have a father over them, okay, because they've been so wild and loose, you know. It just feels right to follow after the ways of the heathens, to just live a life of sin, okay. But the 1/3, the elect, the honorable multitude, okay, is gonna understand that the house needs that father in it and that structure in it, okay, and that structure, so that way, you know, we can get back to this family business, man. Being a glorious people, to being a prince of the power, okay, to being the chosen, the apple of the eye, you know, and in the kingdom, in our kingdom, you know. But yeah, man, the elect, you know, they understand that, you know, we how you call it, we stopping family curses, man. Little by little, we stopping family curses, you know. And ultimately, it's the Most High Yahawashi that lift up the curses. But through our obedience towards Him, these curses are being lifted up, man. Okay, the wisdom has come back to the family, a part of the family, the 1/3. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The names have come back unto the family. Okay, what is the scripture that talks about the 2/3 which was for their benefit, you know, they casted it off despitefully, man. Okay, they casted it off. It was for their benefit. The father coming back home is for their benefit, man, you know. And that's mercy, man. That was mercy, okay. So yeah, you know, the elect, man, they're gonna break the curses, man. Okay, they're gonna end all the bullshit that's been going on inside the family, man. You know, all the lies and all the family trauma stacked upon stack. They're taking their children, okay, and they're training them up. All right, they training up a child in the way that he should go. Okay, they training up their generation. Okay, within his family, there's a generation of righteous brothers and sisters and children that's gonna follow the ways of Yahawashi, man. Okay, they're cutting off the curses. All right, they're cutting off the damn, what did I say? Slack, your argument is pretty early, but they cutting off the Lord Yahawashi, bring that back to mind. I said it beautifully, because that's what you hear, Jacob. They be in the spirit when they say that, man. You know, it's cutting all the curses, but I said it earlier in the video. But pretty much, you know, going about things differently, okay? Going about things the right way, after a system of stacked upon trauma on trauma on trauma on trauma. Okay, after a system of lies and, you know, in the household, all type of debauchery and lies and feeble foundation, not strong foundation, but feeble. Okay, the elect is gonna come back and understand, like, man, we got to change some things. Something don't feel right, and every family to this day has that one person, whether they're in the truth or not. Okay, where they're gonna stop the bullshit, and this family gonna get right, and that person forces truth in the family. No matter how ugly it can get, okay, they force the truth. All right, they keep it real, man. And that's the elect in this family, man. We no longer want to be destroyed amongst the nations, man. We no longer want to be made fun of. Okay, we want to get this family together, man. All right, and if that means of cutting fucking 2/3 off, then that's that, man. Hey, Lord willing, we be of that honorable notitude. Lord willing, we be of that chosen. Okay, the elected. All right, but ultimately, man, all roads push towards putting Israel back in power, man. Okay, getting rid of this stain on our name. Okay, and it starts with the elect, man. It starts with Yahawashi first and foremost. Okay, then you got to give it to the 144,000, the governing body, the men teaching out there, risking their lives, teaching on the highway sincerity. And then you got to give it to the men and the women and children, the flock, the sheep, the fold. Okay? But while our family's bullshit, our family shenanigans are on display, while the nations see us, trodden down, okay, they starting to see us, they starting to see that father being put, they starting to see that structure now. They starting to see the father being put back in the household. All right? And it's scaring them. Because they know when Yahawashi is on our side, nobody can be against us. Okay? Nobody. All right? And they can see that the Lord is building up his jewels in the last day. Okay? And that gives them great fear, because, hey, what comes after that? The Lord's setting us up. It ain't gonna be in this state forever, man. We won't be in this state forever. Being fucked up as a people, we got part of our family, brothers and sisters, sleeping downtown in Orlando, sleeping all over, not just Orlando, everywhere. California, just sleeping on the side of the road and shit. That's everywhere, man. Fucking families destroyed, peace fucked up by family secrets or whatever. Okay, things of the family that nobody wants to talk about, that hard button. Okay, all that thing being flipped upside down, man. The Lord, hey, Esau is the end, but Jacob is the beginning, man. We are going to be a glorious people once again, man, and we are right now, but it's going to show. Okay, we are through the spirit. We rich through the spirit, but in the physical, it's going to show. Okay, and it's showing right now, man. These heathens are shaking. They shaking in their boots right now, man. All this war is because the apple of the eye is trodden down. Okay, all this war, all this things about to break out, it's just because, hey, the two main characters in the movie, Esau and Jacob. That's it. But the elect is waking up in this family. They are up, okay, and they ready to do what it takes to cast these curses up off of us, man. Stop the curses, stop the family curse. That's the attitude, man. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rekakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, shalom.